Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to try to experiment with how fast I can paddle a boat in Trailmakers. Now there's a very specific type of paddle that I want to use because there are multiple paddles in Trailmakers, and that is the oar, which the description specifically says used to move water. The other type of paddle is a large paddle, which is used to move a lot of water, and then we have a paddle which is used to move water. But this idea is inspired by a suggestion in my Discord. Bert said to do a trireme, which looks like this. And although their suggestion isn't specifically just to build a trireme that goes fast, it made me wonder, how fast could I go with a lot of oars? So I want to try to create a paddling type mechanism like you would see with a boat like this, and see, is there like a point where adding more oars does not add more speed, and what is the max speed that we can get up to? And this is not a sound barrier video because I highly doubt we're gonna get anywhere close to supersonic with this thing, but I think the fun's gonna be seeing how far can we take it. So here's an oar. I'm not sure if, I think I may have made one build once a long time ago that actually used like a paddling type motion. I'm not 100% positive on that, but it's going to be interesting to see how this works, how easy or hard it's going to be, and how much speed we can get out of these things. So I'm trying to think of the mechanics of how the motion is going to work, and I know I'm probably going to need 2 rotating servos or steering hinges, but I'm also going to have to set it at an angle. So I gotta do some prototyping here. Also, how big I build my base foundation of this boat is going to matter a lot too. Out of curiosity, I'm probably gonna build it just based off of the dimensions of the bow. Because the bow... Actually, it might be better not to use a bow because these arrows are not quite as good as these arrows. Yeah, look at the difference. Really kind of dark, like yellow green arrows down here, but we got the bright green arrows here. So maybe I'm not going to use a bow. Now this is not good either. So I don't know yet how to build the actual hull of this thing. Like, where's my buoyancy going to come from? Maybe I could hide some medium pontoons in here. I wasn't thinking that this was going to be the time consuming part. Yeah, maybe I just kind of line it like, I don't know. All right, and we need really good aerodynamics there, and then we could do the, oh, here we go. I think I got it figured out. That's not bad. All right, and like, so this is not going to be like a sound barrier video where we're going to get every little optimization of perfection for aerodynamics, because when I build the mechanism for these things, there's going to be all kinds of aerodynamic stuff that is just not going to work. This is more about how much power are we going to be able to get. So we need to be able to obviously like move the paddles backwards, but they have to be angled down when they move backwards. Okay, this actually might be super simple. If I just do this, and then I'm just going to do my best here with the aerodynamics. I'll add that there. And then up here, I'll put one of these rounded corners. And then what is the best attachment to go out for an oar? Tubes are not that great. As you can see, we've got yellow, which is not good. I mean, I guess I could extend out with this shape here and then put the oar right there. So now it's about programming. Timing is going to be a big thing with this. But let me see. I'm just going to do it manually right now. So there's oh, I need a seat on this thing. Well, this one is terrible, but it's the most on theme. All right, let's just use this one because it already just comes loaded with good aerodynamics. And I'm just doing a proof of concept here of the mechanism. All right, so I can do that and that, and I can do that and that. So the goal is to go forward, down. Oh, and it was stuck. Okay, let's do the angle a little bit less. It's at 30 degrees. Let's go down to 20. Okay, it's hitting. Let me just move it back. All right. Forward, down, back. Forward, down, back. Forward, down. I have to get this whole thing programmed in. See, like, the steering hinge is easy because it's going on positive and then off. The rotating servo is harder because it needs to go negative, then positive. And the negative has to turn off so that it doesn't cancel out the positive. Okay, I got a system here. So now when I press W, when I press the forward button, I have the steering hinge go down. And it kind of, because the steering hinge is slower than the servo, it kind of just goes there. And then when I press S, it just lifts up. And the thing is, the motion finishes before it has a chance to lift up. So like this seems to kind of work, doesn't it? Like, I don't know if I want this automated or if I want it manually controlled like I'm doing there. Manual control might be ultimately better. I don't know. Let's try what I got right now because it wasn't too difficult. Now, how do I get this to mirror? I'm gonna do a little bit of a cheat here for the mirroring. There we go. All right, now let's see what these feel like by themselves. Forward. Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on there? Oh, they're interfering with each other because they're too close. All right, what if I move these down? I move these out by one. That works. Okay, now let's see if it feels good. Oh, now they're not reaching down far enough. All right, I may need to just widen everything by one. Yeah, so I just need to make myself slightly wider, unfortunately, which is going to affect my speed a lot. Unless, what if I just get rid of this piece and replace it with this? This has like a rounded edge. Ah, there we go. Now they don't interfere with each other anymore. All right, ready, go. I feel like they are interfering with each other still. They are. They totally are. Dang it. I get rid of these, then just move these out by a block like that. Oh, it's the actual steering hinges themselves. So they do have to be one block separated. Okay. Wider it is. Well, I guess we should just do it one block separated instead of 2 blocks. And then this thing will have a center point, which means we are going to use a motorcycle seat. There we go. Whoa, look at this. All right, I feel like I'm probably going to have to replace the steering hinge with a servo because this is max speed on the steering hinge. They're just slower than servos. Servos are fast. Are these servos even on max speed? They are not. Let's go max speed on those things. Ooh, 32. Look at that. Pew, 40. We hit a 40 there. Okay, wow. This feels cool. Ooh, we got a little bit of a discrepancy. Oh yeah, I need to add a little bit more of this. All right, let's see. Watch me convert these to steering or to rotating servos now, and then it's gonna be broken again. Well, dang, apparently you can't use mirror mode when you have a center point because it says literally everything is not symmetrical. That's okay though. I'm going to have to figure out how to get this right there. All right, I'm gonna have to start using logic because I'm gonna have the logic do individual timing, but let me just see. That's on WS, this is on WS. Let's just put this on AD and see if I can manually control it. So we go W. Okay, we need to change the angle, and also now it's too close to the front. W. Ah! Okay, W, down, back, up. Yeah, so that's just gonna have way more potential speed. It's like jerky, but we're gonna need the speed. All right, now I need to figure out how I'm gonna do my logic system to time it so I just hold a button to go forward. All right, so now when I press W, I'll set it on toggle. Then this is gonna route out to both my servos. Each servo is gonna have an independent control. So this one is gonna control that servo. This one's gonna control the second servo. I think left and right. No, they shouldn't need different ones as long as I have the speed reversed. This one is going to be a duration of, let's just do half a second on, and then half a second. I don't know. We need to go positive and then negative. Yeah, half a second on, half a second off. But we're gonna need an extra one because this one needs to have a negative output first. So then this one is delayed by half a second and it's a positive output to the same one. So now when I press W, you can see there, it goes back and forth. All right, now we need the other one to dip down at the appropriate time in between those and come up. So this one goes there. This is gonna send a positive, well, a negative output, I guess. So it goes forward. It really shouldn't be much of a delay, should it? But maybe a half-second duration and then a half-second pause. Let's see. Nope, that's literally the opposite. Okay, so if I delay it by half a second, then it should be the right way. It's not good though. It's coming down at an angle. It needs to go sooner. See, this is where the timing's weird. So let's delay it by, let's do in between. Let's delay it by a quarter second. There we go. That's better, but not perfect. It might be, I mean, it is all the way down for the whole duration it's in the water, and it's all the way up for the whole duration it's out of the water. There's just time. There is just some dead time in here that I don't know the best way to fill it. I want it to be more of like a circular I want it to be less of a robotic motion, if that makes sense. Because right now it's like forward, stop, down, stop, back, stop, up, stop, forward, stop, down, stop. I want to get rid of the stops, and I just want it to be forward, down, back up, forward, down, back up, forward, down, back up. And my brain is not braining on what I need to change to do that. Probably just make it fast. All right, let's slow down the speeds of the servos. Let's go down to 1. It's probably just because the servos are getting to their speed too quickly. Like that. Honestly, it's definitely smoother. They're still pausing though. Maybe I have the delay be like slightly early. All right, let me get this set up symmetrically. All right, something's different about these. Here we go. This one was on 1, that one was on 2. All right. All right, that's looking pretty symmetrical now. We're getting up to, I'm seeing a 5. We're getting up to 50 kilometers an hour. I don't have any steering right now or any reverse. I don't think I'm gonna focus on those. It's just about forward speed. Maybe steering. Someone feels off though. Look at this. One of them definitely responds quicker, but then they go symmetrical. This is weird. Why is that? Oh, okay, because one of them still had controls into it. Yeah, they still have the controls in them. That's why. All right, now it should look the same. There we go. All right. That's not bothering me anymore. Let's get a quick speed read if we can. And, oh, is a tail? All right, so let's see. I'm seeing 40, 40, 49. We were getting 50 before. If I repair. Why am I going to one side though? I think the angle. All right, I'm seeing a 5 now. Let's just say 50. We are having a little bit of a collision. Let me adjust the angle slightly. Let's go to 15 degrees. All right, that's bad. Adjusting it to 15 degrees was really bad. All right, because they're not taking up as much water. There's not as much water contact on the oars if I do that. So this matters a lot. We need to find the optimal angle. All right, so let's go 25 degrees. We're gonna have more of a collision. All right, it might be worth it to raise them up by a block then in this case, and then just get a steeper angle of contact with the water. All right, this is definitely smooth. I didn't increase the angle yet though. The length of the oars could also contribute to that. Whoa. Oh, we're getting up to 60 now. Woo, look at that splash too. Wow, just with 2 oars, this is our speed right now. I wonder, like, this is what's curious. When we start stacking the oars, how much of an increase in speed are we gonna get? All right, now let me start messing with the angles. So we're getting like in the 60s there. Let's go 30 degrees now. This isn't good. We're having the collision thing again. I think 25 degrees was pretty good. I'm gonna lower the degree until we have no more collision. There we go. I flipped the angle of these oars. So now the rounded part's on the bottom. And that makes it that they are no longer colliding. They're coming very close, but they no longer have that awkward collision. And our speed is still into the 60s, high 60s. I'm seeing 68. All right. I think I've got the mechanism And this should be reproducible. Oh, I don't know how the logic's in copy and paste, but it should be reproducible in a way that all I have to do is adjust the logic settings and it'll apply to every single ore once I start copy and pasting it. So let's add some more onto this. All right, so we do have this. This is a weird issue. I guess I want to put the seat at the front. Now, unfortunately, I cannot actually make this symmetrical because there is an odd number of hitbox points on front of the seat. So this has a little bit of a net down force. I'm going to put a little bit of a net up force instead. But at the speeds we're going, it shouldn't matter. Oh, that's wrong. Why is that wrong? Oh, it got mirrored backwards. How did that happen? All right, will these interfere with each other? They shouldn't. They should not interfere with each other. It's close. Okay, this is a little rough. I feel like adding the seat to the front didn't help. It's just like a weight distribution thing though. All right, are they too close? I think they might be. Hold on, let's do the camera. This is what's worrying me right here. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Let's do one more block. Well, is it bad though? Yeah, that's totally colliding. Okay, one block back. That looks pretty safe. I'm not hearing any collisions. Seems like we're still going straight. I'm seeing a 7 now, so we are getting increased speed. We're just having a terrible time with our angle. It feels like my seat is giving a little bit too much on the front. Let me just move it back here and see what does this feel like. I almost feel like aerodynamics aren't super key right now. All right, we're still in the 7s. All right, let's just keep adding more. Hey, look at these aerodynamics though. That's annoying to see. This is going to affect things though. How do I deal with this so it's going to be easy to copy and paste and expand this thing? I feel like I could at least put this here, at least to get rid of some of it. No, but see, now they collide again. You can't really put anything there. Okay, I don't like that. All right, never mind. We're just going to deal with that. But these right here, this is what I don't want to have to deal with. I feel like what we need is this. And make sure that that doesn't interfere with anything. All right, that looks good. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, we're still in the 7s. I'm seeing a 7. Now I should be able to copy and paste like that. Let me just do another one. We'll have 4. There we go. All right. I love how the logic stays hooked up. This is like, it's too powerful. It's too powerful for the weight. That's the issue right now. I'm still only going up to 7 because we don't have inertia because our mass is too low in relation to just the actual mechanism itself. So let's try adding some weight onto this thing. Onto the bottom here. Oh, this isn't centered unless I do this. Okay. Bit of a keel made out of really heavy weight. All right, how is this? Okay, this isn't promising. Okay, we're a little bit slower now, but we are having issues with buoyancy. Okay, there's a lot more issues than I was anticipating for this. But here, let me see. If I copy and paste this. Ooh, is that like a modular piece that I have right here? I think it is. And I do that, and it keeps copy and pasting the same thing. Good. All right, so now we got more buoyancy. I'm just gonna move the keel back into the center of mass. All right. Wait, those ones didn't get... Oh, I accidentally copied some logic. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what to do about it. Will this work? Oh, no. Some of them got messed up. All right, it's actually not too bad to rehook everything up. All right, now it should be good. Yeah. All right, this isn't feeling good because we're still 70. We haven't broken out of 70 and we've added a lot of ores. All right, let me try something that might be a little bit cheating, but not, I mean, it's really just getting rid of an issue quicker than trying to do it realistically. And I'm gonna add a gyro stabilizer to try to prevent us from tipping too much forward and back, just so that we're more level on the surface. All right, let's see how this feels now. All right, we're still tipping a lot. Kind of surprising. Okay, I'm going to add some more aerodynamics to the front in the upwards facing direction mostly, because I'm wondering if aerodynamics really are maybe what is hurting us right now. Wow, we're still in the 70s. I'm not seeing an 80. I was really hoping we were gonna break 100. What could probably do it, but it would be really hard structure-wise, is right now we have power on, power off, power on, power off, because every single ore is pulling, and then there's a time where there's no more pulling, and then every single ore is pulling, and then there's 0 pulling. If we had a stagger where like it was like pull, 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 so there was pulling in between each stroke, we might be able to get to a higher speed, but then you won't have them all be going in line with each other, and they would be like conflicting with each other. You need a whole lot more space, and I don't see that working very well, because right now I can just really pack them in. But all these aerodynamics are really bothering me. Even the ores themselves have terrible aerodynamics, which makes a lot of sense. So maybe now some timing adjustments. Let's go a quarter of a second, which is double speed. I don't know what that's going to mean for the up and down movement. I mean, I think it has to go kind of halfway in between. So like 0.13, maybe even 0.12. All right, let's see how this feels. This is probably going to be ridiculous. Oh, 8. We made some progress. All right, you know what else I'm going to add a rudder just for directional stability. It has good aerodynamics. All right, let's see how this feels now. Why are we still turning to the left? I feel like that's hurting us. Let's repair. All right, go forward. Oh, something weird's happening. Do I need to make myself bigger? I feel like that can only hurt. This thing is trying so hard, though. Look how hard it's trying. It looks physically exhausting, and it's not even a living thing. Wow, it looks really fast, though. I love the way this thing looks when it goes. All right. Dare I add more? I'm gonna do it. All right, added 4 more, and actually we're reaching complexity limit, so that's good to know. 8. I really wanted to break 100 kilometers an hour. I thought it was gonna be so easy. When we started off with 2 going 60, I was like, of course we're gonna break 100. I can't believe we're not breaking 100. Okay, you know what might do it? Bigger angle. Right now we're going 90 degrees. What if we go 100 degrees? So the only annoying thing about this is I will have to individually select the servos I want, because I just want these servos. If I select all servos, it is going to change the settings on the ones I don't want. Okay, so 45 degrees. Let's just go up to 50, so it'll be a 100-degree swing. Oh, hold on. Repair. Get steady. Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't work, does it? Why doesn't that work? Oh, now it's kind of working. But it's bad. I wasn't expecting that. It's too fast for me to really register what's going on, though. Why? Why did that make everything worse? The amount of time of each stroke should take the same. It should just travel more distance within that time, so I'm not sure why that would have made it so much worse. I'll go down to 40 degrees. Maybe less is more. It doesn't make sense to me, but that also didn't make sense to me, so. All right, we're still getting 8. I don't feel like this is better, though. You know what? I'm going to look up what the world record rowing speed is. Okay, so according to this, the fastest rowing speed on record is around 6 meters per second or 22 kilometers an hour. So we're doing pretty good. But how many oars do they have? Okay, so team members 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 9, depending on boat class. So we're going to assume that the fastest record is with 9, which would mean 18 total oars. Well, unless 9 includes the person keeping pace, like the captain or whatever. I don't know. I don't know a lot about this sport, but I know that one person is at the front of the boat facing all the people who are actually rowing. So with 8, that means it would be 16 oars. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 24 here. But I feel like the difference between 24 and 4 isn't much for me. Whoa. I forgot how fast this thing goes. But apparently only 22 kilometers an hour. And we're well past that with our machine, which, I mean, it makes sense. This is not a human. This thing does not get tired. All right, let me adjust a few more things with the logic. I don't really know how much faster we can go without it not getting its full swing. But I'm gonna dial it down by 5/100ths of a second. Let's see how this feels. It's bad. It's crazy how much of a different, like, I feel like I had everything perfectly dialed in the first, like my first assumptions were more spot on. As I try making little minor improvements, it's all worse. This is so bad. All right, let's go to, I'm gonna go to 0.3. If it goes bad in one direction, I'm just gonna increase it in the other direction. All right, let's see how this feels. This is about the same. We're still in the 8s and we're not getting to 9. So I don't know how much of this is due to my boat design versus the timing versus aerodynamics. I could probably try to increase our boat, the optimization of our boat somehow. I wonder if the keel matters that much right now. I'm gonna get rid of the keel and see what happens. So we're a lot lighter now. I'm not seeing a 9 still. And we feel a lot more jumpy. Do I still have the... I still have the gyro stabilizer on here. Doesn't feel like it. I'm gonna double it up. Nope. Why does one of them... One of them just keeps looking messed up. I think it's the 6th one back on the left side. There's something wrong with you. 25 degrees. Okay, everything else is the same as everything else. Okay, I'm gonna put the keel back, but I'm going to change its positioning. I'm putting the keel more towards the back of our center of mass. See if that helps. 7, 8, 8, 8, 8. Oh, all right. I'm going to try replacing all the pontoons with the dinghy things. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I think this will be a good comparison. They attach virtually the same way. All right. It seems like it's pretty much identical as far as our buoyancy goes and our speed, but I actually have an idea of how to get some more speed. I think we're gonna see a 9 after this change. I'm gonna add some trailing aerodynamics here. I got that, and then I will do, where are they? The cones. There we go. Cone blocks on the end there. That should help. You ready? I wanna see a 9. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. All right, well, let's go up to maximum complexity. Oh, I can't add 2 more sections. Can I add 1 more section? There we go, 670 out of 700. That's all I can add to this thing. Will this bring us into a 90 kilometer an hour range? Wow, this had the most diminishing of returns I could have imagined. We increased ourselves from about 60 at our starting point to 80. The problem is like there's so many bad aerodynamics that I can't do a whole lot about right now. There's a little bit I can do. Do that right there. All right, I'll experiment with keel movement. Not that I think it's gonna change anything, but I just gotta throw a bunch of options out now. All right, that changed virtually nothing. Still in like the mid 80s. Yeah, putting it all the way at the back pretty much changes nothing too. The only thing I can think of would be to like just gamble with reducing these aerodynamics with the downside of having some collision. So like, how does that even feel? Okay, let's see what happens now. I'm just gonna put this on every single servo basically. All right, there we go, I did it. We're at maximum complexity now, 700 out of 700. Will this get me into 90s? I'm not seeing it. I'm actually really surprised. Like, little aerodynamic changes aren't really helping. Oh, let me change the keel. It seems like I'm leaning too far back now. Man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to 100 with this design. All right, and is it, like, am I the only one here that's seeing number 6 on the left side is always different? There's something about number 6 on the left side, and I've checked it multiple times, and I cannot find a difference. But the last thing I'm going to try here is once again deleting the keel, just getting rid of some weight and some resistance. I'm even going to delete the tail. If this doesn't get me up to 90, we're at like a hard wall of just a speed barrier right now. Look at that. Like nothing I do makes a difference. Nothing I do matters. Adding more, taking some away. It looks like ours, oh, wait a minute. There's no way it should be, like, things look like they're not all symmetrical, but there's no way that should be allowed. Just based on the way it's programmed, everything should be symmetrical. The only other thing I can think about changing is the delay on when the oars dip. I'm gonna have them dip slightly later, 0.2, in hopes that maybe there's an issue where they're dipping too soon and then they're coming up before the swipe finishes, losing some momentum. I don't think it's better. There's a problem. Like, everything looks good except for that one on the left side. And it is number 6. See, look, the setting on this one, completely identical to the one in front and back. The setting on this servo, also completely identical to the one in the front and the back. Why does it look different every single time? It's just this one. I don't understand it. And look at it. It doesn't work right. All right, you know, I'm gonna delete it and I'm gonna replace it with another one. All right, so I'm literally copying the one in front of it and just placing it right there. Now let's see how it looks. Okay, now it doesn't work, but that's okay, because now we get to manually add it to the programming, which means it should work identically. Wait, was I doing the wrong side the whole time? Well, no, everything looks good now. But now I'm paranoid that it was the right side. I'm questioning everything. All right, but doesn't seem to have made a difference in speed, but it has made a difference in my mental satisfaction. All right, well, it appears that for this concept of rowing with a bunch of oars, like, the results were almost kind of what I was anticipating, where there were going to be quickly diminishing returns. I just didn't think it was going to be this hard to get any improvement. It seems like once you have a design that works, that's the best you're going to get. Like, doubling it up doesn't really matter. Like, the water resistance is just that particular. So not quite the sound barrier, and unfortunately not 100 kilometers an hour. I really wanted that nice round number, but at least I have a really cool looking vehicle here that has no other controls other than to go forward and turn slightly to the left for whatever reason. It always turns slightly to the left. I don't know why that is, but I'd be curious if people have any better ways to row. I don't know if it was my boat design or my oar design or anything like that. So let me know if you have any ideas down in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more that you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.